Hello, and I'm Bulky Karnalika, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about how the new Prism system for Remnant 2 works. At least what I have found works well so far. So, in the game, once you've loaded in, first thing you'll need to do is buy a Prism. You can get one from the Dwell, and you can get another one from Calf, and I believe that you actually start with a brand new one now. This lets you get up to 3 prisms, and you really want to get them for making different builds. Prisms are where our relic fragments have moved to. So previously they were on our relic, our dragon heart, whatever you may happen to use. Now they're on their own menu, 2 tabs over. So past the archetype, the fragments. You start with the Prism of Veracity. You can get the Prism of Dirty from Kath, and I believe you get the Prism of Lethargy from Dwell. You can unlock the Prism of Jealousy by completing a little bit of a dig quest. It'll be easier for you to look up a guide to it elsewhere. Perhaps I will make one for you. And you can get the Prism of Hatred by completing, I believe it is 50 boss rush kills. The other 2 are up behind, I think, 100 odd, 200 boss rush kills respectively. I don't know, I haven't gotten quite that far through it yet. But the way it works, your Prism gains experience as you level, essentially, as you kill things. Same as your archetypes when you were leveling them, or if you still need to level them. Your Prism will gain experience. Then a button will pop up that will let you interact with it. Let me actually grab one that I can make use of shit. So on this one I've got all that good shite. So Meta Gunfighter Sniper Munitions. Meta Gunfighter Longevity Munitions. But I've got range damage. So I'm going to take this one right here and quench it. That will reset it. So when you first get it, it'll look like this. This will be your start now. You've got a Prism, level 0. You've probably got your relic shards in it. What you can do is I will take, let's make a take one. So I'll take, let's say, armor. Let me unsocket these. And just check something because this is one that I may be using later on. So I will want on this damage reduction armor. And let's do shield and armor. So I am going to come back over shift and take percent armor. I'm going to feed this into my Prism. My salad is now gone. My fragment gets some XP and a roll chance appears with a bar under it. The header to your fragment, so let's say if mythic as opposed to a flawless +4, the more that bar fills. Then I will go and take shield mount and damage reduction, and I want flat armor. So I take one of those, then I plug them in here. Now, when it's levels up, I will have higher chances of rolling each of those. Let me grab one more thing to look at shit to decide what the other one that I want it to be is. Let's do... I'm making this a tank focused one. Let's do health regen. That ought to be pretty good, I'd say. Health regeneration. It is now ready to level up. So I will hit level up and I'll have a choice of 3. I can pick one of each of these. Let's do armor. Flat armor. Now, on the Prism, there is armor. As I level it up further, each time it levels up, I will then get another trace to have it level. and another one, and another one, and it will fill up each of the 5 empty slots on the prism, one by one. What you want to do then is level a specific pattern up fully. Let me bring up my browser sheet over the game. So, you can go on Fextra Life and find this list. This is a list of all the different combinations. Because once you get 2 of your shards high enough level and get the prism leveled up enough, you'll have the option to combine some of them. But the combinations are set. So, I am going for stuff like tank, which is damage reduction and armor percentage. And the other one I was looking at is protected, which is shield percentage and plus armor flat. What this means is that once the prism gets to a high enough level, then a fusion will appear. Let me go to this one, which will let me combine the 2. From this list, it will be a combination of the 2. And it takes your 2 rare fragments, let's say they're at plus 10 each. Takes those 2 and makes them a combination 1 at plus 1. And then you can level that one again. The way I have found is the most efficient way to do this is queue up the ones that you want for your combinations. So, on this one, I said, alright, the combinations I want are these. So I took the stats that I want for them and fed them into the prism. That gave it enough XP to level up once. That's well and good. Now I've got higher chances of getting these 5. As I level up my prism, I will want to make sure that I grab each of these once at least to fill the slots. That laps it, so I will only get upgrades for those. From there, as I level it up, I will then level up a specific pattern. So, focus on 2. You want to get then to a fusion first. So, I would probably do, let's say, armor bonus and damage reduction. I will want to focus on those and get them up as high as possible, so probably plus 10 to both, until I get the tank fusion. Then I take tank. Then I will immediately come back and grab skill cooldown and feed that into the prism to pair with health regeneration. On my next level up, I will try to get skill cooldown to fill that empty slot. And then I will rinse and repeat that. You want to focus on each pairing and get your fusion as quickly as possible. And keep everything else as low a level as possible on the prism, because once you get them filled, if everything is leveled up pretty high for that last slot, you can feed up another fragment into it and raise your chances, but it's not guaranteed. But if, let's say, you've got 2 fusions in there, you're working on leveling up for the 3rd, you'll probably wind up getting an open slot pretty soon thereafter, because you get your fusion. If the last 2 are still pretty low leveled, then instead of just rolling for this new slot, it will roll your new slot, but will probably still give you the opportunity to upgrade one of these instead, if what you want in that last unfusable slot is, if you don't get that on the first row, you might still have the option to upgrade one of these instead towards that fusion and delay it a little bit to hopefully get what you want in your last slot. That's where that comes in. So, once you've done all that and leveled it up to 50, then you get the chance to roll a legendary trait at level 51. On this one, which I've got for my second status build, because of course I do, there is Jack of all trades, which increases all damage by 45%. There's another long list of those that I can pull up for you in just a moment. Remnant 2 legendary bonuses. Let me pull this out to where you can see it again. There is a long list of legendary bonuses. It will only get one. You'll have a choice of 3, as with everything else up to this point. But you'll have to pick which one it is, and there is no way you can influence that in any part. That is entirely randomized. That said, you can control most everything else up to that point, at least to an extent. The kind of end-game loop here is getting a perfect one. So my Prism of Jealousy I've got is a pretty good example of one that I would say is pretty near perfect. I've got this is built up pretty much for the Nightfall. So it doubles my alloy capacity with the legendary bonus, which is very nice. I've got Mad and Skill Duration to make my Bullet Storm and Nightfall activations last longer, respectively. I've got Crit Chance and Alloy Reserves, just more ammo is convenience, but it pays with Crit Chance. Crit Chance is kind of what I'm going for here. I've got Respot and Crit Damage, because aiming for the respots and hopefully critting. And just range damage for the sake of it, because you can't stack fire rate and more fire rate. Value it in real speed, because more uptime on Nightfall, more shots, more gooder. For Appetite, I'm running Gad Dog. I have to just give me a bit of safety, and for the better range damage and crit chance, without going fully into Hunter Gunslayer. I could do a hoax build for this and it would work better. I wanted the Prime perk as a safety net because that's the only survivability I've got in this build, aside from Lifesteal. I've got Bullet Storm because Nightfall thing is semi-automatic normally. Not anymore. It helps you recharge it, and if you activate Bullet Storm, it stays active after you activate Nightfall, and then probably after Nightfall expires. Nicely gun handling, bit of extra quick chat, more range damage, then just faster reload speed, faster fire rate and reload speed, and weapon swapping for if I need to. Got the Black Greatsword because it's new and I like it. And I've got a Weapon Classic with Blood Draw because it's a crit survival mod that helps me reset my skill cooldowns faster. And then using my skills will make this more effective. This is my trash clearing weapon. This is my boss killing weapon. And all of that ties into the Prism that I rolled on one of my other builds. That is all about just being absolutely a shit brick house. Well, all this is kind of just here. It is all about the heavy weapon. And, stackable workout moves speed while carrying it. Reload. And then just nothing but tank. Health regen per stackable work. Raises the bulwark limit and gives a bunch of stamina regen. That stacks a bulwark and damage based on stacks of bulwark. Elite 1 because second heaviest shite. And then just protector drawn. Or shield drawn because more shield, more health. And Smokin because Gatling gun goes bird. On this one I've got tank for damage reduction, armor bonus, shield amount, more armor, health regen, skill cooldown, faster reload for the heavy gun, health bonus, stamina bonus, more stats, and then fleet-footed for dodge wake threshold. That's what I happen to roll. There is one that would let me be, unable to be staggered while I've got bulwark active is one of the legendary bonuses. If I had that, I would have taken that. But what this means is that even in my second refrigerator of the Ito 1 set, I can light roll. Not only could I light roll, it makes it so that I do not suffer any penalties whatsoever, except for, actually no, not even for stamina cost, because it puts me in light load. No stamina cost penalty, I'm taking a shite, and I've got a fast dodge. So, that's where the time-consuming part of it, the grindy part, will be. Buying your fragments, getting them to Mythic, feeding them, leveling it, and then doing it again if either your fuses get effect up, or you don't get what you want in that last Prism slot, or if you're all, let's say, a choice of the legendary bonuses that just aren't good, or aren't what you want. For example, on my Prism of Jealousy, one of my options was the Nerudian tech has unlimited energy. So, heavy weapons and your drone have no limit whatsoever. They are fairly stocked up. They don't spend ammo or energy, nothing. That would be good on this one that I've got built for that particular build. But on this one, which is my Nightfall, is a fun weapon that I like using, so I'm gonna make a build around it. It will not be helpful. All this said, it is pretty grindy. It takes a lot to get it to this. Don't ask how I spent my weekend. Off stream. Because I know what I did on stream. And you can see what I did off. You can see what I've done off stream. So, with all that in mind, this is where something like our current option of Boss Rush comes in. Boss Rush is not as efficient, technically speaking, as farming something like the Hatchery or Narrow Parish if you are just trying to get experience. But if you're a new or returning player who doesn't have everything unlocked, and who maybe does not have a feck ton of relic dust to trade with Dwell, or all the fragments maxed out and you're ready for it, or let's say upgrade resources for everything else, Boss Rush is probably the most efficient way to do it. My suggestion would be to run either Trial by Fire, or Gauntlet, all in Survivor or Veteran difficulty. The jump from Survivor to Veteran is not very large, so they can clear a Veteran Gauntlet in 45 minutes to an hour. That's been my experience so far with a solid build pre-Prism. So running an aggressive build, clearing Gauntlet, that will give you the most bang for your buck in everything. It is not as purely efficient as the methods that we've used for archetypes before, but again, Hatchery or Moto Parish, the Asylum specifically, those can be quicker as far as pure experience goes. But the Boss Rush will let you get experience, relic dust, upgrade materials, and items that you don't already have. So, if you're a player who's already got a massive amount of relic dust and you can just roll Dwell's Casino to get all your fragments to Mythic as many times as you need to, just stick to Hatchery, stick to Motor Parish, whatever floats your boat. If you are not, or if you find yourself running out, pivot to Boss Rush, roll my on Survivor or Veteran difficulty, roll in Trail by Fire or Gauntlet. That's the 7+ and 19 boss plus Annihilation, respectively. Run those. That will be the most efficient way for you to do it. And you will have to do a lot of leveling, because again, once you have your 2 at, let's say, +10, and your fusion shows up, that resets it down to 1, lowering your Prism level. So, be ready to spend a lot of time farming, and I hope that this helped you understand it a bit better, get an idea of how to set about it, plan your prism ahead of time. See what fusions you will want for what build you want this prism to best. Feed those relic fragments into the prism. Level it up. As soon as you get the opportunity, feed the next fusion's worth of relic fragment into it. Plan it out from the get-go and keep your plan in mind as you're leveling it. That way you can kind of perfect it. So, I hope you found this informational, hope this helped you. You can find the list of fusion fragments and legendary bonuses both on Factor Life. It is accurate to my knowledge. It is what I've been using so far to chart my own courses with it. And until the next time, I hope to see you either in the live stream or at my next actual video. So, until then, I hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good time with the game. Hope you enjoy it. Until next time, I love you all so much.